Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise and give you the non-biased information you can use to hopefully capitalize on the next bull run. Now that's what this video is about. A lot of people would say the bull run is here and it's altcoin season and they're all bullish and the FOMO is everywhere. And as being on this side of the screen, I can tell you, if I was here to tell you that Bitcoin was going to 50,000 in its altcoin season and they're going to pump and get to stacking and tell you some crazy numbers, my views would go up. My subscriber list would explode. I see it every day. But guys, I started this channel to bring people into what I think is the biggest opportunity in history. And I've been an investor for over 30 years. Real estate, I used to trade foreign currencies, coffee, sugar, cocoa, penny stocks, you name it. So I want to bring that knowledge into crypto, and that's why I created this channel. Guys, I want the best for you. And for the life of me, I can't understand why people are so slack with their money that they don't want to hear the risk of their hard-earned money in crypto. All they want to do is hear, please tell me I'm going to get rich, please. Well, guys, you're not going to get rich. You're probably going to get wrecked. Now, I say that with love, but anyway, guys, I'm not in the camp that it is altcoin season yet, and we are getting close. Now, I am in the camp that Bitcoin has made the low and its bull run has started. Because even if we have a black swan event, I don't think Bitcoin would make a new low. However, if we have a black swan event or America goes into a deep recession, and we're already in one, but if we went into a deep recession, and let's say Bitcoin pulled back to 20K, altcoins would get wrecked. Now, I am going to start swing trading, and we'll talk about that at the end. Because, guys, you know, crypto is in a cyclical pattern, and it's not a stock. You have 4-year cycles, and someday that will change. But you need to understand where we are in the big picture and how things circle in and out. And before we dive into what I look at and tell you where I stand, I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page and understands this. Because I go with probabilities. Now, if you go back and study the history of crypto, which past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. However, it gives us the highest probability. So probability-wise is that Bitcoin, when Bitcoin dominance is strong, it is the place to be. It's not altcoin season. And what's normally going to happen if all the past pumps or past cycles, if they mean anything, what's going to happen is Bitcoin dominance is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then as it starts to weaken, guess what's next? Ethereum comes pumping. And the people that were the smart money, the people that have been in Bitcoin buying it at 15 and 20 are normally the smarter investors, guys, with the bigger accounts, the whales, the institutions. And you got to think, guys, a lot of people are trying to turn a small amount into a large amount, and I get that. However, add a couple of zeros or 5 zeros to whatever your position size is, and think about how that smart money is thinking. They're up, over 100% if they bought January 1 on their Bitcoin. Well, as they start to take profits, they're going to roll some of those profits into Ethereum. So Bitcoin dominance is going to start to fall. Now some people will say it's falling right now and game on. And just hear me out, we'll get to that. But once Ethereum takes this the front running position, then your XRP, your quants, Maddox, and your kind of blue chip tokens will start to outperform Ethereum. And then guess what? Your ICOs start to launch, gaming, your new projects, Lord knows what. It's going to be hot. And they start just blowing past Bitcoin, Ethereum, and your blue chips. Right? So that's the cycle we're looking for. I don't think we're there. Now, we are close. But I'm going to show you what I look for as far as indicators, and you can do with this information as you will. And guys, if you stay with me, whether you agree with me or not, there's going to be a lot of information that you can use. And I promise you, if you understand this and you incorporate it in your investment knowledge and your trading knowledge, this will save you money and make you money in the long run. The knowledge of how I look at it. Anyway, that being said, guys, hit that like button and share with like-minded people, and let's get into it. Now, as you see on the screen, the fear and greed index is at green, which is greed. I love that. I want that thing to get all the way up to 100, because for me, greed means FOMO, and greed means sell. And now I'm already in. I stacked some pretty good bags all last year. I haven't bought anything yet this year, but I'm probably about to put on my first trade, and I'll show you what I'm looking at the end of this video. But that being said, guys, the guys that are FOMOing in are probably going to be the exit liquidity for the smart money who has already been in and looking to take profits before the halving and increase their bags. Now, again, you don't have to agree with me, but just let me walk you through what I see. Now, the first thing I look at outside of the fear and greed index is the dollar. Now, the dollar year to date, guys, is strong, and it's been going up. Now, a lot of technical guys will tell you the dollar is going to fall. And I know the BRICS nation and all that stuff, is negative. But here's the truth. And I look at fundamentals before I look at the charts. And when you want to see me really start trading, and my channel probably becomes about trading every day, is when the fundamentals start to match up with my technicals. It's go time. But until then, when in doubt, I personally stay out. That's a rule, and that's what I teach in my coaching. But anyway, the dollar index is still in a uptrend. It's probably going to pull back, but hear me out. Fundamental wise, we are the Fed is not printing. We are pulling liquidity out of the market. Interest rates have been going up. Now, our M2 money supply has been shrinking. America is pulling liquidity out of the market. But liquidity globally actually went up last month due to China and Japan cutting on their printing press. But think about it, guys. If we're shrinking, that means our dollar is getting stronger and their dollar is getting weaker. It may be providing liquidity and it's giving a short-term pump to crypto, but overall the US dollar is going to get stronger, and that's negative for Bitcoin overall as it sits right now, excuse me, as a pattern. Now, the second thing I look at is the S&P index. Now, if you look at the short term, guys, it's been pumping, and it's pumping today. Look at the monthly, it was about even. And year to date, we've had a great year, but it's turned over. And if you look, guys, this is just like the chart I'm going to show you on Bitcoin Dominance and altcoins. Check this out. This was the peak back, what is that, 728. It looked like a, go time again. Lower high, and this is already a higher high, but I think this might be the last big pump for stocks before the recession becomes a reality, and even CNBC has to acknowledge that. Now stay with me because I'm getting somewhere, guys. Now, here's Bitcoin Dominance, and right, like what we talked about, the Bitcoin Dominance is once you see the altcoins start to turn this chart around and they start to get stronger, then it's altcoin season. But now look, this is today. Bitcoin Dominance is back up. It just went down for about 3, 4, 5 days. But look, that's the weekly, guys, and that's what made it all these altcoins pump. Money was going out of Bitcoin into altcoins, or at least the new money was like, hey, I'm going into altcoins and not Bitcoin. But now look, it looks bullish all last week, but look at the monthly. That's a bull chart. Let's look at the 6 month. This is Bitcoin Dominance. That looks bullish, and some people could say, well, that might be turning. Guys, it's right at support, could actually pull back more. But look at this yearly, guys. That is a perfect little pullback right there. My guess is we're going to make another higher high, and we're in the perfect channel. So the smart money is still going to be in Bitcoin. There's 20,000 tokens. Yeah, you can pick out 10 or maybe 15 or 20 even that are outperforming Bitcoin that day or that hour or that week. But look at that big trend, guys. They're not even in the ballpark. Now, let's look at what they call the total 3. And if you're not familiar with it, guys, that's basically the altcoins without Bitcoin in it. Stay with me. Here we go. Now, this is really, really an important chart. Now, look at that, guys. It's been going down today, but last week it's pumping. And a lot of people go, see, it's altcoin season. The altcoins have broke out. This is the weekly, and they're outperforming Bitcoin. And they would have been right in the statement that altcoins are breaking out and making a move against Bitcoin Dominance. But Bitcoin Dominance is still in an uptrend, and guess what's still in a downtrend? Altcoins. Now, bear with me, guys. Now, let's look at the monthly. Man, that looks bullish for altcoins. This is the altcoin market without Bitcoin. Stay with me. Here's the 3 month. Bullish. 6 months even bullish. But let's look at the big picture. How big is this move? Guys, we've been here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Even if you take that out, we've been here 4 times in the last year. Altcoin season, look what happened. 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 And all the way in between. Now, guys, we've been here no matter what. We're not even making a new high. This is the 3rd new high for the year, or the 3rd high of the year. It's not even the highest pump of the year. Bear pumps in any market are some of the most explosive pumps on the planet because of FOMO, but that's the liquidity for the smart money. And what happens, think about it, guys. People bought there, they went ballistic. The AI tokens came out, everyone went ballistic. And we're buying all the way up. And now they rode all those AI tokens down. Starts over again. FOMO again. Guys, you buy down in here. This is when you buy, guys. This is when I was stacking all last year, buying down in here, right? Now bear with me. So no matter what, guys, when you look at the big picture, check this out. Here's the big picture of the altcoins. That's this year, guys, and last year. We've been there. We've been there. That rally failed, and now, guys, look at that in the big picture. It's just in a channel. Now, what would I look for? If we break this high, right? Now, some people would say this high, but let's just be, make it easy. If we could break this high and then trade above, come back and test it, and then altcoins take off, and let's just say we were right in here after retesting, game on. But until we get there, I'm not taking my dry powder and FOMO in at, these tokens that are, up 20, 30, maybe even a 1x or 2x. Not going to do it. That's just me. Now, I'm not here to talk anybody out of it, guys. Long term, anybody starts stacking most tokens at this price and holds for a year and a half or so, they're going to be fine. But guys, I'm here for the money. I don't want to buy an altcoin that's just did a 3x or a 2x or a 7x. I want to buy on when the FUD is bad, the fear and greed index is where no one's in crypto. Now, I just pulled 2 altcoins that I look at random to see what Bitcoin dominance was, because Algorand is something I'm looking to swing trade. Now, look at the Algo Bitcoin. This is, let me see which one this is. Bear with me. That's year to date, guys. You don't even notice that pump, and it's turned down. Now look at it. For the year, it's down 82% against Bitcoin. The best it did was last week. It had a 7% gain on Bitcoin, and that's great. And it's almost given every bit of it back. So guys, my guess is Algorand is going to keep bleeding. So I'm either going to stay out of Algorand, buy Bitcoin and swap into Algorand later, or watch Algorand trade hopefully down or sideways. But this little brief rally seems to be over. Now, please hear me out, guys, and this is where the information really is going to help you in the long run. If you're familiar with short selling, this is my theory, and I should have said this earlier. I believe what's going on now for most projects like Algorand and say Gala is if you are shorting something, that basically means that you sell something you don't own. So let's just use Algorand. The smart money are normally the people that know how to short. And there's an old saying when I was in the stock business that the bull goes up the stairs and the bear goes out the window. You can make so much more money shorting. So imagine someone shorted Algorand at $1 and it went all the way down to 10 cents. And then they realized, hey man, this is starting to look, pretty good for altcoins. Bitcoin has pumped. I think I've milked these profits for everything it's worth. And that now, remember they sold at $1. They got to go back in the market and buy their Algorand. There's a lot of big whales and big orders. So when they put in their buy orders, right, it's actually them dumping and taking profits. But just because they're so big, the positions, and they start taking profit, it starts to pump, and then they take more profit, it starts to pump, and they take more profit, it pumps again, and here comes their liquidity with the FOMO. And that's the average person. If the majority were right, guys, the majority would be rich. Crypto is peer-to-peer. If you make $1, someone lost $1. So that's why there's so much money. The 95% of all those people that lose money go in the pocket of probably less than 10% of the people. I want you to be 10% of the people that make money. Anyway, hopefully that made sense. Well, when you look at Bitcoin dominance on Gala, it looks exactly the same. Year to date, it's down 65%. To Bitcoin, it rallied for a month, 15% gaining ground on Bitcoin, and last week almost 2%, and now guys it's down 3.28%, and it's probably going to give back at least 85% of that little bitty gain on Bitcoin. Now, remember what I said about the cycle. Bitcoin pumps, and then Ethereum takes the lead. Well, if we're in a altcoin season and it's game on, the next good risk reward trade, because guys, I don't play around with my money. I don't want to guess. I want really strong probabilities. Those gaming coins are not going anywhere. Maybe you missed this one, that one, or another one, but guys, no matter what, the real money is going to be made probably a month after the halving, and it is game on. And if you have spent your dry powder FOMOing in, guys, we got what, 6 months FOMOing in every time we make a new lower high, which is the 6th time we've done that in 2 years. We have been to this level. But look at this, guys. That is Ethereum against Bitcoin. It's still going down. And the best it's done was in last week, almost 2%. And it's pretty much going to give that back today. It's down 1.5%. But I'm going to go into my technicals and I'm going to start watching Ethereum and Bitcoin dominance. And when it looks like Ethereum gets down to support and then on its chart, and then it looks like that it is about to make a change in the Bitcoin dominance, I'm going to buy in, do a swing trade, and try to stack more money to get ready for what I think is the true bull run, which is not here. But guys, we're close, and these technicals are showing what I thought. Bitcoin dominance is pulling back to support. Altcoins are hitting resistance, and they're probably going to switch. If I'm wrong, it would be game on for altcoins. And now, guys, I can't be more bullish long term. The only person more bullish than me in crypto would probably be Michael Saylor, but he's only a Bitcoin optimist and bull. Guys, I'm bullish across the board. But don't let someone's FOMO enthusiasm to grow their channel knock you off your game. You want to chill, guys. Relax. Be stoic. And don't use your emotions. And get a game plan, guys. Now, I do coaching. If you want some information, I'll leave a link to my email. I highly recommend, guys, whether it's me or some other mentor, find someone that's going to tell you the honest truth, because it's not financial advice, but it is a game plan and a way to look at things. I teach tools and try to give you the knowledge to help you capitalize on the biggest opportunity in history. And guys, for whatever it's worth, when altcoin season is here, you won't have to ask anyone, and no one will be debating it. We'll all know game on. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think I'm on the right track, wrong track? Where are you guys at? And look, follow along. I'm not always going to be right. I play the probabilities. I'm never 100% right. And I may not even come close to catching the bottom, and I may miss the first part of the breakout. Well, that's okay, guys. I got a lot of bags stacked, And I'm not going to keep adding to them every time FOMO comes around the corner. And I just did a video on that spot ETF. It may not be as locked in or as soon as we thought. I'll leave a link and put that at the end. Watch that video, guys, because I was extremely bullish and thought that that spot ETF was a sure thing. And it is one day. But I thought no matter what, it would probably be before the halving. Now, I'm not so sure. Watch that video. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Subscribe and be part of this community. Hit the like button and share with like-minded people. Take care, guys.